Wow, we're live.
Woo! We made it today, y'all.
Right. This is our last show, unless someone else walks through the door.
Yeah, unless somebody else randomly walks in the door and says, "Hey, what's going on here?" And we say, "Hey, you want to be on TV?" And they say, "Hey, all right." See?
Why not?
Why not? You want to be on TV? Come on down. But not today, because we're done.
Wow. Anyhow, so we want to thank our sponsors.
Yes, thank you all our sponsors today for helping us out. We've had lots of cool giveaways today. Sponsor names.
Grant's Guardians.
Yes.
Grill Billies. Oh, yes. All the, we had.
The toy store. What was a toy store?
Toy store was, I got a paper in here somewhere.
Right here in the Red Roof Mall is a toy store, an actual toy store still that, yes, you have to go support local businesses in a toy store because we're losing our real toy stores nowadays.
It's called Just Stop Toys and Gifts. Their phone numbers is 865-908-4999. Please stop by. It's in the top part of the Red Roof Mall.
Yes, so definitely come see them and get some toys.
Now, important thing about us now, we also have a YouTube channel. So make sure you go to YouTube, look up Mountain Fun Life, and you can watch all these channels, all of our shows.
You can binge watch tonight because I don't think anyone's going out tonight because it's raining and drizzly
Except for those
and
10
cold.
people that won the free tickets.
Yeah, except for the 10 people going to Margaritaville to go see Chris Beals' band.
That's right. But also, we got a radio show here coming up Monday morning called Mountain Monday Morning with Robert Oimby. Don't forget about that. That is an awesome show. That is so good. But don't forget, important, share this video.
Yeah, share, like, comment, tag your friends. The more viewers we get, the more viewers we'll have.
That's right.
That was pretty smart. That was, I made that up just now.
Anyway, before she gets beyond anything, let's go ahead, Bob, and start that footage over there.
Stay tuned. We have another great guest coming up, and he's going to talk about a lung transplant. So we'll be right back.
Today's show is brought to you by Grant's Guardians, the place you go for all your crafts needs. Go find them on Facebook. Thanks, Grant's Guardians.
You make the sun shine. You seem to stop time. You make me feel like I'm walking on cloud number 9. You make the...
Hey, welcome to In My Shoes, and I'm Rhonda.
And I'm Susan, and we've got another great episode for you today. But before we do that, let's talk about our sponsors.
Yes, let's talk about Grant's Guardians. They're actually a great craft company. They are just a down-home family that puts together crafts. They do the wood, and they do the sayings on like "In God We Trust" or "Bless This Home," stuff like that. They do the writing, and they paint it on and do pictures on there. They do custom-made stuff. Also, they do canvas paintings.
Oh.
They do jewelry. They also make other little craft things, and they sell those. But if you go on Facebook, and you can find them at Grant's Guardians on Facebook. All the information's right there. They do custom work. Also, there's a thing they do I love. It's called string art.
Yeah, explain to me this string art.
String art. It's actually, you take it's a wood background, and it's like these nails are put in, and they're made into a design. And then they take like string, and it is connected certain ways. I can't do it. I tried it one time, and it makes a actual picture.
That sounds cool.
Yes, they have one that's a cross, and it's got a purple slash. How do you say it? Sash across it, and it is beautiful. And it's done all with string, but it looks like it's been painted.
Well, that's cool.
But all of that
I
is
wanna
on
see
their
that.
Facebook page. So go there and check it out.
All right. Well, we have got a pretty inspirational story coming up. We have somebody that's had not a single but a double lung transplant. So he's here to talk about it today. So let's welcome to the show, Dennis Schneider.
Thank you very much.
Hi. Thank you
Welcome,
for
Dennis.
coming to share your story with us today.
Everything started, I was diagnosed with a disease I'd never heard of called idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis.
Wow.
in July of 2014. It's amazing, but there is as many people that die from IPF every year as breast cancer, but nobody's ever heard of it. But anyway, we went through the diagnosis of it by having a lung biopsy. And then from there, went to Vanderbilt, and they started monitoring everything with my lungs. Eventually, I reached the point that I was able to go onto the transplant list, and that was March 29th of 2015. And then March 28th of 2016, I was transplanted with a double lung.
Wow.
Now, what is this disease? I mean, can you tell us more about it and the symptoms and what it is and how it affects your lungs?
Pretty much what happened is my lungs got damaged at some point. Scar tissue started building around to protect the injury from the rest of the body, and it doesn't stop. Unfortunately, there is no cure for IPF. The only cure, in essence, is transplant.
So basically what you're saying is, like you said, it was injured and it starts hardening around it because it's like scar tissue to your lungs. There's no way air can get in.
That's
you know.
And it shuts your lungs down, basically.
Yeah, it would be kind of like, I guess, if you put concrete around a balloon and, you know, when it starts drying and it's not going to be able to expand like that.
Now, what were your symptoms? Did you even know you had a lung problem?
I had no idea. I had shortness of breath. Had a cough that was kind of persistent but not real bad. I was losing weight. Anytime if I would bring an armload of wood in, I would just be out of breath and go, well, I'm just getting old, I'm out of shape, you know, whatever. It's typically about, you know, every IPF patient, you know, will say that. And idiopathic on this diagnosis as well as any other diagnosis just means they don't have a clue what causes it. So.
Wow.
Wow. You know, there's something that we've learned so far today with some other guests. You start coughing, start getting short of breath, or if you start feeling fatigued, get to the doctor, people.
Go to the doctor, especially if you have a persistent cough that is not going away. It may not just be a cold. It may be an indicator of something more serious wrong.
Yeah, and if they say, oh, you're perfectly healthy, at least you went. I'd rather be told I was healthy than not go, and then at the last minute have no hope.
Exactly. So when you had the double lung, both replaced at the same time?
That's correct.
Wow.
But the procedure that happened with me is I got called on Monday morning right after Easter Sunday. It was about 3:40 in the morning, and so the phone rang about 3:40, and I answered it. I thought it was going to be a wrong number, and they said, Mr. Snyder. I said, yes. This is Stacy from Vanderbilt. Would you still like some lungs? And praise God was the first thing out of my mouth. And so, you know, I got my wife up, and so we started the process of getting ready to go to Nashville. By the way, we had a full bag packed. We had that for a year. My poor wife had to change from summer to winter. Then we're getting ready back to summer, and because whenever you get the call, you've got to get to Vanderbilt within 4 hours. But,
Oh, wow.
But amazingly, and because of prayer, there's no doubt. My wife is one that she is very, very nervous, and she couldn't have been any more calm. I actually drove to Vanderbilt. I went through 2 bottles of oxygen on the way, but it was, you know, absolutely. He's the one that was kind of guiding us along the way.
Now, when you get a lung transplant, there's no guarantee your body will accept the organs, right?
No, absolutely not.
So how long were you in the hospital?
Actually, I was in the hospital for almost 8 days, about 7.5 days. And then we had to live in Vanderbilt, or close to Vanderbilt. We stayed at Vanderbilt Village, which is, you know, just right across from the hospital. So if something happened to me, I had to be close enough to where if an ambulance picked me up, they would take me to Vanderbilt instead of one of the other hospitals in Nashville.
Now, what did it feel like to take that first breath on a set of lungs that wasn't originally yours?
It is. I had been so short of breath, and the first breath, once they took the ventilator out, I can't explain to you the feeling. It's kind of, the only thing I could tell you, it's like when my wife had our first child, and I was in there, and I'd had a friend tell me, said, I can't explain the feeling that you're going to have, but when you come out, you're going to go, I know what you're talking about. And it was just the most amazing feeling. It's just like the heavens opened up, and it
Wow.
was just unbelievable.
Well, let's talk about the other side of this. You know, I mean, praise God that you are doing great and everything, but there would not have been a chance if it hadn't been for organ donors.
That's exactly right. Because I was 1 day short of a year. The typical transplant patient at Vanderbilt's on the list about 3 to 4 months on average. Now, my blood type had a lot to do with it, and ironically, I know that I was the only B-type blood on the list from November of 2015 until March of 2016. There's approximately 115,000 people on a transplant list, you know, throughout the country. A third of those will die waiting for a transplant, just
wow.
because there's just not enough donors.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, I know there's a lot of religious beliefs that's against it and stuff, and there's a lot of people don't understand is a problem of that people will not set up to be a donor. Are there anything you can tell us to help with that?
A lot of people think, oh, well, now they're going to keep me on life support, and you know, and I'm going to be fine, but they're going to go ahead and take me off quicker, you know, in order to get the organs. That is just not true. There's been too many movies like Coma and things like that. In essence, what happens is until you are declared brain dead, and they check and to see if there's any function at all in your brain. Once there is no function in your brain, clinically you are dead. Now, they will keep you on a ventilator and keep everything going, just so, you know, until the organs can be recovered. So, but it's that a heart attack, you know, is the same way. So, you know, if you're the doctors have no idea if you are on a list or not, if you're a donor or not. So their job is, if you come in injured from a car accident or whatever the situation, their job is to make you better.
Is to save you, yeah.
A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people automatically think if they sign to be a donor that it's just like a tag follows you around the rest of your life. I worked in the medical field, and you don't. Like you said, you don't know that if you're a donor or not. You have no idea, and it's all over with before anyone knows.
Sure. And you know, even if you want to specify what you want to have donated, if you just want to donate your major organs, you can do that. You know, you can donate your tissue.
Corneas.
I mean, they can use everything. It's amazing at what all
Skin.
that they can use from your body that basically you're not going to use. You know, and it's so easy to sign up if you go to donatelifetennessee.org. I mean, you can sign up. You can do that whenever, if you renew your driver's license.
They're doing your driver's license. I'm an organ donor as well.
Yeah, and if you wonder if you're a donor or not, if you look at your driver's license, there's a little heart on there. So if you have the heart, then you're a donor.
I mean, you know, sometimes I think people don't realize that just because one life is being lost, that can save someone else's to be able to live.
Sure.
Could save
You know.
up to, I think it's 25 lives.
Yeah,
one
I mean,
life can save up to 25 lives.
See, with the lungs, I mean, and the lung transplant's the hardest to do just because all the other organs, once they're transplanted, they go back into their own nice little compartments. The lungs are exposed to everything in the environment 24 hours a day. So, and some people, you know, there's 2 guys that I know that got 1 lung each from the same donor. So I actually turned 60 when I was on the list, and Vanderbilt's protocol is once you turn 60, you go to a single lung from a double lung. But because of my health, and I had been healthy all my life, never taken medication, and so, but because of that, they kept me on the double lung.
Now, did you have any complications?
No, I've been in rejection once, and you know, you were asking about the anti-rejection medication. I take that every day, 7 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock at night. There's 3 different medicines that I take for the anti-rejection. Then I take other medicines to offset what the anti-rejection medication does to the rest of my body. So.
Okay.
Wow, that's crazy. Well, we're sorry, but we've run out of time. We appreciate you coming on the show.
Yes, thank you
This
very
has
much.
been
That was
awesome.
fascinating.
And guys out there, at least look into it, study about it. There's plenty of lives you could save, plenty of lives that could save you. So thanks for watching In My Shoes. I'm Rhonda.
And I'm Susan, and don't forget to climb that mountain and find that sunshine behind the clouds.
Bye.
Oh, hey! I was just getting caught up on the latest trends and news of the world. Did you know 80% of content that you watch is online or on your mobile device? Did you know a great new channel that's out right now is called Mountain Fun Life? And you can watch it right on your mobile device, or coming soon to Roku. Make sure to check out Mountain Fun Life on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and the website, mountainfunlife.com. Hello, did you know that most of the stuff shot on Mountain Fun Life is shot right here in this very studio? And maybe you've wanted your own show before. I mean, how cool would it be to be in a studio like this one with your very own show? Just go to mountainfunlife.com for more information, and you can submit to have your own show, and you can be right here.